Of the National Football League is on the air. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Off play action, Richardson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And how about this young man? Took the NFL world by storm as a 6th-round rookie, signature mullet, mustache, but 21 touchdowns for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Great personality, and everyone gravitates towards this guy. Teammates love to win with a quarterback who leads them like that, and fans love to root for a guy who seems just like them.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5. Another carry now for Madison, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. He'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now Minshew. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Here's Minshew. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Madison. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Going to run with Madison again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They were the 46 defense just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first 3 guys, the center and the 2 guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done. They didn't get it done on that one either.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Richardson looking to throw this. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. This offense returns to the fold along with running back Alexander Mattison. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Minshew sets to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
From the 44, Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throw left side complete. That's Bowers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. It'll be Minshew again. That would complete to Trey Tucker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, 28 yards. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Richardson. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now 2nd and 5. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Play action. Now Richardson. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
That's caught by Tucker. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give to Madison. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
4. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Myers. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Abdullah. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. A dump off for Abdullah. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now it's Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a 1st down.
Here's Richardson to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A short one there, caught by Granson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Richardson looking to throw. A short throw. This is caught by Cox and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson, a 23-yard run. And the Colts are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
So here we go. The Colts will go for 2. Richardson will throw for it. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's Minshew. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On the toss, Madison. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll run it with Madison. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So Richardson and the Colts now down by 10. 1:52 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Richardson. Pass complete to Ali Cox. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Here's Richardson. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Malcolm Kuntz in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Well, they need to score and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Ali Cox. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
This is 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now 1st and goal. Richardson to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Richardson looking to throw it. And it's caught. One last shot for Richardson. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. The kick up and good, but they remain a field goal short as they wind up dropping this one by 3. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long.